You already know the moment. Something small happens, a question about your day, a tone you didn't like, a dish left in the sink. And before your thinking brain has even shown up for work, your body's already at 10, voice sharp, chest tight. The words are out of your mouth before you decided to say them. And then a few seconds later, some quieter part of you is standing there thinking, that was too much. That wasn't even about the dish. I want to talk about that gap. Not the trigger, not the argument, the 90 seconds right after the spark, before the fire actually catches. Because that window is where everything is decided, and almost nobody is taught what to do inside it. Here's the part that helps me, and it's not a motivational line, it's just how the body works. That flood you feel, and the heat, the speed, the urge to win, it's a wave, and a wave has a shape. It rises fast, it peaks, and if you don't feed it, it comes back down on its own. Researchers who study this put the rough physical spike at somewhere under a couple of minutes. Not the whole mood. The mood can hang around all day. But the raw chemical surge, the part that makes you feel like you have to respond right now, that crests and starts to fall faster than you'd think. The problem is that we almost never let it fall. We feed it. We keep talking, keep pushing, keep the story going in our head about how they're being unfair. And every sentence throws another log on. So the skill for today is stupidly simple to say and genuinely hard to do, which is why it's a skill and not just advice. It's this: don't try to win the moment. Survive it. Get through the 90 seconds without adding a log, and you get your thinking brain back. That's the whole move. Let me make it concrete, because calm down is useless and you know it. The first piece is a name for what's happening, said to yourself, not out loud yet. Not, I'm angry, go underneath it. Underneath most of these spikes is something softer that's easier to feel as heat than to admit as itself. Disrespected, unimportant, cornered, scared even. When you can quietly land on okay, that landed as disrespect, something shifts, because you've turned a wave you're drowning in into a thing you can see. You're no longer the anger. You're the person noticing it. The second piece is the exit, and this is the one that saves marriages. You're allowed to leave the room, not storm out. Leave on purpose, with words. I want to talk about this, and I'm too hot right now. Give me 10 minutes, and I'll come back. That sentence sounds small. It is not small. It's the difference between a timeout and abandonment. The promise to come back is the whole thing. Without it, walking away is just another way to hurt someone. With it, you're telling them, this matters, you matter, and I'd rather get this right than get it now. Then you actually let the wave fall. Walk. Splash water on your face. Slow the breath down on the way out, not to relax like a spa. Just longer breaths out than in, because that's the lever that tells your body the threat is over. You're not journaling your feelings. You're just running out the clock on the chemistry. And here's the part people skip. You come back. That's the repair. And it's a separate skill I'll do a whole video on. But the short version is you return and you lead with the thing underneath instead of the heat. Hey, earlier I snapped, and that wasn't fair to you. What I was actually feeling was that I didn't matter in that. Can we try that conversation again? You will be amazed how differently the second conversation goes, because you're not two people defending yourselves anymore. You're two people on the same side of a problem. So that's the shape of it. Notice the spike. Name the real thing under it. Take the deliberate time out with a promise to return. Let the wave fall, then repair. It's not suppression. You're not swallowing it. It's not venting. You're not spraying it on the person you love. It's a system for moving through the moment instead of being dragged by it. If it helps to have that system in your pocket for when it's actually happening, and because let's be honest, remember the 4 steps is hard when you're at a 10. That's genuinely why I built an app called ISRAS. It walks you through exactly this in the moment. Notice the trigger, name what you feel, choose your response, repair if you need to. It's mine, so take that for what it's worth. But it's the thing I wanted to exist, so I made it. It's at isras.app if you want it. One thing I need to say plainly before I go, this is a communication skill, not therapy, and I'm not a substitute for one. If these moments are frequent or heavy, talking to a real professional or an accredited VSO is a strength, not a weakness. And if things at home ever cross from hard into unsafe, for you or for anyone in the house, that is past what any video or app can hold. Please reach out to real support. The Veterans Crisis Line is there anytime. Dial 988, then press 1. Next video, the repair itself, how to come back after you've hurt someone without groveling and without a fake apology that makes it worse. Subscribe so it's waiting for you.